6:30 PM on July 24th, and I'm gonna call the meeting of the River Plantation Municipal Utility District Board of Directors to order. First item on the agenda is the minutes of to approve the minutes of the meetings of the Board of Directors. I have a couple of comments if anybody doesn't, but let's start with the first one. The first one was the May 22nd. Anybody have any comments on the May 22nd minutes? No? Okay. On the, I think I'm confused, Austin, I just need to clear something up. On the June 26th minutes, who were the directors that were gonna work on the park? You and Mark, or you and Carl?
Tim and Mark.
Tim and Mark, okay, alright, that's what I made sure of, so, okay. Alright, any other comments on the minutes of the meeting on June 26th? Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes of the meeting for June 26th and May, what was it, 24th?
I make a motion to accept the minutes for the May and June meetings.
There you go. Do I have a second?
A second.
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're going to receive comments from the public next. Where'd the list go?
I just handed it.
You just handed it to me, okay. Okay, Marcy Cordia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you said you wanted to speak, so you have 3 minutes.
Okay, well, I need a minute.
Up at
We
the
have-
podium, please.
Yeah,
I have to go to the podium?
yeah.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Hope you prepared your speech well.
Yeah.
That way everybody can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
is everybody ready? No. I live in Mosswood, and
Okay.
I know we've had a lot of controversy with, your neighborhood and ours. And there's just one thing that really bothers me sometimes. We've listened to the meetings and stuff before, and we've heard a lot of people say, well, I don't care about Mosswood. And we've heard it time and time again.
You've heard the director say that?
Well, it's been in the meetings, and I just don't know why we feel like stepchildren over there. You know, we're a nice little small community, we care about each other, we love each other, and, you know, we feel that the people over here think we're second-class citizens. And there has been a lot of meetings over the last couple of years that have not been very nice. And I just, you know, we just want people to know that we're just like y'all, and, you know.
Yeah, we know that.
Okay.
I'd be curious to know what meetings you're talking
Yeah.
about, because I don't recall
I don't
ever
recall
saying
that.
that.
Yeah, cause we'll go back
No.
and listen and see who
Yeah.
said it.
You can go back to last month's meeting, there were two, you were talking about Stewart's Creek, that you don't care about on Mosswood.
We don't have anything to do with Stewart's Creek.
Doesn't mean-
Understandable, but it's still
Doesn't mean we
Mosswood.
don't care about the people in Mosswood. It just means we don't have anything to do with
And
Stewart's
there was
Creek.
a second comment about Mosswood that y'all made, you just have to go back and listen
I'll
to
go
it.
back and listen.
I can't
Last
tell
one.
you what time or minutes it was, but yes, there were two
It just makes
comments
us
on
feel
Mosswood.
bad, cause we all wanna be, one community together. And we are a bunch of nice people over there and care about each
Yeah, we
other,
know that.
you know.
Absolutely, we agree. Okay. Alright, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Oh boy, I'm gonna butcher your last
It's
name.
Utica.
Utica?
Yes.
Okay.
I appreciate you guys having me. This is my first time coming to a meeting here. I am actually just here to back up Mosswood as a community. Also to request that we possibly could get access to the pool, being that we do pay taxes to the district and MUD. So we just wanted to open that door up for conversation maybe.
So I will tell two things.
Okay.
One, we lease that to the RPCIA. So they are the ones that determine the rules for the pool.
Okay.
I believe the residents of Mosswood were sent a letter stating how much they could use the pool, what it would cost. There were 111 of them that went out, because I confirmed today that they did go out. The letters went out stating, and if you don't have a copy of it, I have a copy of the letter, stating how much it would cost you if you wanted to use that pool. Now,
Okay.
the pool at the country club is the only pool you will be able to use, because that is the only one that was purchased with tax dollars, okay? That pool pool is not even officially open for the residents of RP yet because they're having problems with it. Matter of fact, it was closed today because they're having maintenance issues. But there is a cost for it. No city that I know of, no government entity that I know of, no organization that I know of lets people, just because they helped purchase it with tax dollars, use it for free. So someone has to pay for the lifeguards, someone has to pay for the maintenance, someone has to pay for the insurance, someone has to pay for the upkeep.
Sure.
Okay? So the RP residents all pay that in their quarterly dues. So if you want to use it, we're not assessing you if you don't wanna use it, but if you wanna use it, there is a fee I mean, we're not charging you
Yeah,
at
we're
all,
not-
we're the
sure.
RPCIA.
Is
And this is
there,
between the
is there a way we could negotiate this summer, the rest of the summer?
Well, they did give you a shorter amount, I have a
Okay.
copy of the
Yeah, if I
letter.
could have that, please.
Sure.
Did you not get the letter?
I might have,
Okay.
I just,
I didn't get a letter.
See me
I
after.
Oh, you
haven't
didn't
got
either?
it
Not
either.
one of us got a letter,
You
I'll
didn't
be
get
honest
them?
with you, no ma'am.
Okay, well, they confirmed today that 111 of them went out last week.
I would love to be able to
Okay.
use the pool to pay a certain fee, cause we don't have an
Right.
HOA, right? So
Right.
I understand that.
Yeah,
And so maybe just a
Yeah.
yearly pool pass
okay.
would be cool for
Yeah,
Mosswood.
you can either do, they have it where you can, now this month, there's only like 3 weeks left, or 4 weeks left, or whatever it is,
Okay.
before school starts. It's a less amount
Sure.
than it will be for the whole season.
Okay.
And that's spelled out in the letter. So, if you wanna see me after the meeting, I'll be more than happy to forward y'all copies of the letter.
Sounds good.
So, okay.
Just
Thank-
for,
And I'll
just
say-
for clarity too, we stipulated when we made the lease that Mosswood would be eligible to
Correct.
go there.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
we did our part to get you in there,
Yeah,
and
sure.
we can't do anything beyond that.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
good, thank you.
yeah, okay.
The little one's the only
Okay.
one that's open.
Beverly,
Hey. I know you love my face. No, I only have two things really.
Okay.
The first one is the emergency exit that we've all talked about. And I know y'all have talked about taking us out on Ravensworth there, but that's kind of ridiculous if you think about it, since we flood in the back there, and that's where it would come out to. So, you can't take us out a flooded road.
that's a Charlie Riley issue.
Okay, but when we bought, isn't it when we bought that, you guys were gonna build us the road?
We weren't, Charlie,
Emergency
we were,
exit?
Charlie was going to.
Okay.
We were gonna let him use some of our property to go through, but never could get it together. And I'll tell you, there's a house right there in the corner where it makes that circle, it's a
Right.
brown house.
Right,
And they have a double drive-through gate that comes right into, right, and it comes straight to that street.
right.
But that, I don't know who owns the house, and I told several people in your neighborhood, you guys need to get together, talk to the people, put together a program, cause we can't go in and tell those people that they gotta let you go through there. That's not our place, that's your place. But if you could get that all set up, we would be glad to talk with Charlie.
Well, this is what we need to know this,
I've
because
been over there.
we're on
I've
like
been over
7
there
different
for
pages
2 or
when
3
it comes
years
to
trying to help
this.
people, but nobody would listen.
Okay, you know, I mean, you know, you and I have talked about different
Yeah.
things when it comes to that.
Right.
The other
And
thing.
several of us met with Charlie over there, and
Charlie.
I know.
Now, I had a whole meeting and then people complained about that. I had Charlie out there himself looking at doing it.
Charlie. The
Yeah.
other thing is, we really need help getting out of Mosswood with this stop sign here. I mean, with
I know.
Crichton and
I know.
Grand Central.
I stop and let
and
whoever's sitting there
There
out,
are,
but most
there are
people
some very
don't.
nice people, I will tell you, but on our way here, I videoed it, 2 minutes, we sat there, 2 minutes
To turn right,
to turn right, because we
Wow.
had a car in front of us going left, and we sat for 2 minutes waiting to get to the right.
you know.
And not a soul would let
Yeah.
that poor gentleman out in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
that's
But
a- that's
But
a-
years ago, correct me if I'm wrong, was there not a stop sign?
No,
See, I've been in my house almost 30 years, and I'm almost positive that there was a stop sign right before, right after the bridge.
No, I've lived here for 34
Yeah, I've
years.
lived
There's
here
never been a
35.
stop sign on RP Drive.
Not on RP Drive, no.
You don't think so?
Again, that's gonna be something that's related to either the highway department or
the
Charlie.
county,
Yeah.
the roads are all county.
I want to get I want a right turn thing
Over on
going
the-
out
yeah,
to-
coming out
over the
of-
interstate,
right.
so
Yeah.
people can
On
go
the feeder
that way.
road too,
And I'm
yes.
trying to get that done.
Understandable.
But you know what else I've also noticed that backs you guys up, and it's not you, it's somebody either cutting through RP or that lives in RP, and I don't know who it is. They stop on this side of the railroad tracks. I've
Yes.
gone around several people, it's like, you have two spaces
Oh,
I
yeah.
know,
move.
correct, I know,
I've-
yeah.
But they
that too.
stop on this side of the
And
railroad tracks, so.
I've been busted, I'll tell you, they're right here, and I've gone around them.
Yeah, I do
Up to
too.
the front, I got stopped by the police.
Yeah, I've seen
Because
officers pull
I-
people
Oh,
over
really?
for doing
Went-
that.
Yep, because it's
Yeah.
illegal, I can't do that.
I know,
But-
I
so-
know.
And I'm gonna sit and wait for 50 cars.
Especially when it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 7:45 and everybody's trying to get out of here.
Exactly, and we
Yeah.
haven't even started school yet.
Yeah.
So with school coming up, we're
Yeah.
really gonna get knocked
Yeah.
to the back of the bus,
Yeah,
literally,
we agree.
over here. So
But I feel sorry for you and I'd like to help you,
Yeah,
but to be
we
honest
don't
with
have
you,
anything
it's
to do with the
outside our
roads.
purview. We can't do anything with the traffic control, we can't put new streets in. That's just not, that's Charlie Riley's, area.
No.
oh, we know Charlie.
And Stewart Creek is, we can't do, that's Corps of Engineers, we can't do anything with Stewart Creek.
Have you guys heard anything about Stewart Creek?
Not-
What's going on
not
with that?
I
since-
think, didn't you put something on
Oh, is that the
social
creek that
media
is
while
eroding
Yeah.
away?
talking
Yeah.
about?
The
The erosion?
I can't hear anybody, sorry.
Where the
That
last
big
time I
house
sent the
is-
email out and they finally came out and put up some new fencing, when I sent that email
Oh.
out to good old Charlie. And he finally came back out and put up new orange fencing, because, I mean, there was nothing
Yeah.
left, it all deteriorated. But
Okay.
nobody's heard nothing on that either, so,
No.
all right,
Sorry.
well, that's that then.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's fine, those are the answers that we
Yeah.
need, that's what we need to know.
Right,
You know, we're kinda like a lot, like I said, a little island up there, and
yeah.
we just need to
But
know
I would
what's
suggest
happening.
you as a group get together and figure out a way that you could come out, and then maybe we could help you work with that, to get with Charlie and everybody else, we can maybe put something together. But like I said, that one house has a perfect setup already, but they're gonna have to let everybody drive through their backyard.
I got a question. Since that part of the, golf course is no longer being utilized, why couldn't we just come straight across with a road?
Because it wouldn't do you any good, because once you got to RP Drive,
Mhm.
You'd be
those
you'd be
fifth wheels
underwater.
wouldn't be able to make that turn,
Uh,
and that's part of
Yeah.
your problem. Trucks wouldn't be able to make that turn, and you'd be stuck right in the middle of traffic again.
Oh, that one right off of Terra Lane, that one or the next one up?
If you went up to that's what we had suggested.
Terra-
Terra, that's what I
And
thought,
it's-
right off the water plant.
Yeah,
that
that's what
way.
we had suggested, and I thought that's what. I don't
Well,
know.
when we flood in the front, that's where we take.
Right.
We go around that water.
Yeah, we go
Right.
through
Yeah.
Narnia.
Anybody that has a truck can get through there,
Yeah,
but the
right.
cars are.
Charlie had talked about doing was graveling that enough that you could drive through there.
Sure.
But people from Mosswood and some people, other people, didn't want it done.
Hmm.
So it just,
I don't know who we
Kinda
have would
went
be,
away.
'cause we can't get out of there, we love it.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah. Just during hurricane season, I mean, cause,
Yeah, that's all we need it for, is just the, I mean, even if you put an emergency gate up there and somebody got a key.
yeah,
Okay,
sure.
can I go to the next person? Are you good?
I don't.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank you.
Julie.
All right, Mark Robin,
I'll pass.
you're passing, okay. D Judge,
I'll pass for now.
okay. Paul Zeller,
I'll pass.
pass, okay. I have 3 that just put marks, does that mean no's for everybody? Okay. All right, next thing we're going to do, because we have a conflict with one of our consultants, is we're gonna move up executive session to now. We, if you wanna wait, you can wait in your cars, we'll come out and tell you when we're done, but you can't be in here for executive session. Okay.
You good? Yeah.
And I can't tell you how long it'll be, cause it just
No worries.
depends on. What we discussed.
No, thanks, sir.
The house, I'd have to disclose it because it's a known problem.
Tell you the truth.
Let's have a good lawyer.
Alright, it is 7:07 PM on July 24th. River Plantation Municipal Utility District Board of Directors is back in general session. Next item on the agenda is the financial and bookkeeping matters, the bookkeeper's report.
see here?
Good evening, everyone. Taylor Loggins at LNS.
I can't hear
I
you.
can't,
Can y'all hear me okay?
hang on just a second.
Try it now.
I can put the volume up here somewhat.
Oh, that's loud.
It's not loud here, 'cause I'm not hearing anything.
if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Okay. All right, good evening, everyone. This is Taylor Logan from LNS. From your last bookkeeping report, we ended off at $32,323. Under receipts, we made a transfer from your general operating online account, your general operating text class to cover expenses, and we earned interest on your account. Under withdrawals, we made payment to United States Treasury for your payroll taxes, payment to Consolidated for internet expense, and bank service charges came out. Checks previously approved, we had a check out to Fab Signs, a check to Centerpoint Energy for utility expense, Entergy for utility expense, and J&K Tree Services for tree removal, and Lake Pro for lake management. For today's approval, we have Alpha Lawn Care for lawn services, bookkeeping fees and expenses for June, municipal operations and consulting for maintenance operations for June, Prepare Publication for IT admin, River Plantation joint drainage, and River Plantation STP for billing. We have legal fees for Smith and legal fees for your general. We have Touchstone for emergency alert system, Vogler and Spencer for your ongoing engineering projects. We have a couple of refund checks and 2 blanks to be paid in between meetings. Ending balance today is $41,753.84. On your second page is your general operating online account. Ending balance from last meeting was $40,606.99. We received accounts receivable. Under withdrawals, we made a transfer to your general operating account, and bank service charges came out. Ending balance with your investment is $1,099,293.16. For your tax account, ending balance from last meeting is $76,863.49. We received taxes, and we made a payment, or we made a draw to your general operating for their share of tax and your debt service for their share of the tax. And bank service charges came out. Ending balance is $35,654.93. On your third page is your capital projects fund. Ending balance from last meeting is $29,359.18. We voided out a check that was lost in the mail that was written to All Team Solutions. We made stop payment to that. Under receipts, we did sell a bond. We got that money in. We got money in from East Plantation and interest earned on the account. We reimbursed your general operating for bond expenses. We transferred to your CPF text class account just to lower your balance to earn better interest in your text class account. And bank service charges came out. For today's approval, we are reissuing that check that was lost in the mail to All Team Solutions and your ongoing engineering projects. Your ending balance, including your investments, is a total of $7,264,796.65.
That all team
Under your debt
solutions,
service?
that all team solutions, that's going to the same address that the other one went, right?
No, they asked to pick it up, so we're actually, after it gets signed and we get the check from you guys, they're gonna come to our office and pick it up.
I'm just worried about all the fraud that's taking place in this industry.
Yes, sir, we went ahead and stopped payment on that, so no one can cash it even if it is in the wrong hands, and they asked to pick it up from our office directly, so we'll be calling them and letting them know the checks are back in our hands.
Okay.
All right. Under your debt service account, ending balance from last meeting is $817,402.46. Under receipts, we have sales of Series 225, capitalized accrued interest. We have a transfer from your tax fund, and interest was earned on the account. Ending balance as of today is $1,273,298. For your sewer treatment plant, the ending balance from last meeting was negative $22,710. Under receipts, we got in money from your River Plantation and East Plantation, and withdrawals bank service charges. Check previously approved that we paid in between meetings was Entergy for utility expense and Republic Services for your garbage expense. For today's approval, we have GFL Environmental for sludge removal, bookkeeping fees for June, Magna Flow for sludge removal, your operations and maintenance, your ongoing engineering fees, and 2 blank checks so we can pay those in between meetings. Ending balance today is negative $9,435.74. For your joint drainage fund, ending balance from last meeting was $17,103. Under receipts, we received money from River Plantation and East Plantation. Bank service charges came out of the account. A check to Entergy was paid in between meetings for utility expense. And for today's approval is your bookkeeping fees for June, your ongoing engineering fees, and a blank check to Entergy. The ending balance for today is $27,476.61. And here is your profit and loss. We like to look in the middle column. That's October through June. We have water revenue, sewer revenue, and other revenues. Your total income is $1,810,851.04. Under your expenses, we have your water expenses, your sewer expenses, and your administrative expenses. Your total expenses come out to be $1,401,157.98. And your net income is a positive $409,693.06. We have your SPP profit and loss. It is a zero P&L. We did bill out to your participants. So everything that came out this month, we billed to River Plantation and East Plantation. And same thing for your joint drainage fund. The zero P&L, everything was billed out to your participants. And let me know if y'all have any questions.
Okay. We're good? Okay. That's a good one. Thank you. Okay, do I have a motion to accept the financial and bookkeeper report, including the payment of the district's bills?
So move that we accept the bookkeeper's report, including the bookkeeper, tax assessor, review of investments, and payment of district bills.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you, board.
okay. Next thing, let's go to the operator's report.
All right. Hello, board, everybody should have a report for June 25. We have connections of 978 with 39 vacancies. Revenues totaling $63,534.85. Bill consumption of 8,625,000 gallons. Total pumpage of 9,197,000. We are at 94% accounted for this month. 6 bacteriological samples taken, all came back good. Wastewater treatment plant numbers below, everything's working within parameters. We did have almost 13 inches of rain that month. Plant were operated at 70% of its permitted capacity. We have total reuse of 4.9 million. We have $2,226.47 of revenue for reuse. Below that, we have our age receivables and consumption chart. Following page, you have production accountability report at 94 for the month, 94 for a 12-month average, and the 2 charts reflecting those. Final page, we have our DMR that was submitted to the state. Again, no violations to report, and everything is working within compliance. I did want to notify the board that we did have a TCEQ inspection last month. Everything went good. I think you got the letter, Ms. Julie. No violations, no follow-up, so that's a good thing for RP. And I also passed around our well report, so the wells are working as they should. We'll keep an eye on this. Taylor and I were just talking about water tables earlier. It looks like they're staying pretty consistent, so that's all I have.
All right. Do I have a motion to accept the operator's report?
Move we accept the operator's report as stated.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Hey, Judy, I just wanna let you know, he said that TTU passed all you guys.
TCEQ.
Well, they
Yeah.
also came up to Mosswood and tested us, so we passed with
Correct.
you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, you're part of us, yeah. Okay, engineer's report.
Alrighty, guys. I apologize. I didn't pass out a report. I got caught leaving the office and forgot to grab off the printer. So you're going to have to bear with me as I read off on it. For water plant number 1, I did want to bring this. So that testing and inspection is due January 12th, 2026. I've already started talking with Mario, requesting authorization to kind of start that process. If we get it done early, within 6 months, we're still within that window, so I'd rather stay ahead of it before we get into the fall and holidays and things like that, and it could, could possibly slip through the cracks, so. From what I remember, we have to inspect the well, which is televising it, and then take water samples just to make sure it's not getting contaminated. I'm gonna read back through that as well, but requesting authorization to begin that process. Moving on to projects for the East Ditch FEMA work, we have received final approval to move forward with the project from FEMA. So we just cleaned out, desilted that channel, we did a final inspection, we're updating our plans and bid proposal, so we are requesting authorization to bid that project. Our goal is to have bids for the September meeting. It's gonna take some time to just kinda get those bids out there and work with contractors so they know what's going on. The way we're structuring that project, so for the FEMA stuff, if you don't remember, that money sits pretty much in escrow, and then we have to submit our pay applications to them as so you'll have to front the money, and then you'll get reimbursed on a regular basis from FEMA. In that,
Do you think that they will reimburse the entire amount it's gonna take?
yes, so they will reimburse up to, I believe it's a 75-25 split, so 1.25 million is what you guys were awarded in that grant. I will say we did get bond money for that as well, so we're pairing that project with other work that needs to be done in the channel, so it's all being done at once. And I spoke with FEMA about this, they said as long as it's divided in the proposal and they can clearly see what's FEMA work and what's other, they have no problem with it and they recommend it, so.
So
Yes.
that's a grant?
Yes, that's the grant, the FEMA grant. And I've coordinated with East Plantation, they know what's going on, and I'm gonna send them the breakdown, because they will be on hook for 50% of everything.
Of ours.
Correct,
Yeah.
of the extra repairs.
So do you have a priority list of what the progression is gonna be?
Oh, I've got it's a whole plan set, so it's from start to finish of repairs that need to be done along the channel. So right now, the goal will be to start essentially by the driving range and work our way down the channel. It's better than working your way back up, because if you fix things that are undermining, you aren't undermining the future sections, but if you go backwards, you could undermine your the repairs you've already done. So it's kind of the thought process behind it. East Ditch maintenance, as I reported, construction substantially complete. The contractor is addressing some punch lists for removing essentially some green vegetation and stuff like that. The wastewater treatment rehab, the construction continues. The electrical service is pending, so we finally got Entergy to waive all the permit requirements that they thought they needed from Montgomery County. They're gonna install the new drop for the electrical. Once that's done, then they'll be able to start the mechanical repair process, which is the metal fabrication, piping and painting and stuff like that. Moving on to the district projects, Charleston Park irrigation, I'm still soliciting proposals for maintenance project. When you start going after people for 70 acres of water lines, it's a little hard to come by contractors that are capable of doing it. So I've got a list of 5 now, and I just want to give them plenty of time to be able to understand the system so that they can put together a comprehensive.
When you say that it's hard to find, is it because it's so big, or
Yes,
because
so big.
it's not big enough?
So big. No, so big. So big. Most of these landscape architects are working, they may work in an area, but it's usually not a golf course, essentially sprinkler system that they're working. It's smaller sprinkler systems in various areas, not one gigantic irrigation system. The 703 Fairway Oaks storm sewer failure, that construction is substantially complete. The contractor is addressing the punch list items. We'll have a final payout for you guys next month. Cornerstone Church water line extension, the attorney is preparing the agreement for the church. Austin, did you have anything you wanted to mention under my report, or do you want to touch base under your report for the Mosswood?
No, I can give an update on the agenda item, but
Okay.
you can go on with your report for now.
Sounds good.
Go back to the 703 Fairway Oaks, that's the one that went across the fairway?
Correct.
So is the contractor gonna pay the bill that the
Yes.
golf course sent?
Yes.
They are.
Yes. I sent it to him. He was supposed to have cut a check that day. Now,
Okay.
I don't know if that necessarily happened, so he may touch base with the golf course.
Is that for the carpet?
No, that was
Oh.
for
Is that the question?
the water line repair.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, something else, okay.
For the Mosswood Ditch rehab, the preliminary design is underway. We're working with an environmental engineer to evaluate the channel to ensure we can perform all the necessary. So we should have that report this next month and have more to report in August. Storm sewer phase 2, we're requesting authorization to bid that project. Sanitary rehab phase 3, that design's underway, and then I have no other matters to report on. That's it.
Okay.
Question on your East Ditch project. Do you have any idea how long it's gonna take to make some significant progress on that? I mean, if we look at it 6 months, a year, 2 years?
It's probably a 1.5 year long project.
That's gonna solve a lot of people's problems.
That's, I mean, ultimately, yes, that's the hope, to fix a lot of the undermining. Obviously, as we make those repairs, we're not going to just bypass anything that we may not see. We're gonna fix it while we have the ability to do so. So, I have a feeling, and we're structuring our bid with a bunch of additional items so that we have unit prices for things as they come up. And so that's kind of how we're basing that one. There's a lot of hidden gems, so to speak, on the East Ditch. So, yes, that project's gonna be an undertaking. 1.5 years is probably a nice timeline. It could take upwards of 2.5 years, just as we work down. The main bulk of it behind people's houses, the goal would be to be done within the year's time frame. And then, you know, it also talks about, we're also repairing stuff by the wastewater plant, which is a little trickier of an area to deal with.
I have a question for, and I'm not sure it's you or if it's Mario, one of the two, yeah. Remember that culvert that popped up over here on Stonewall Jackson where the trucks were driving over it? Did we get that fixed?
No, but it's on schedule.
It's on
So
schedule.
we actually
Okay.
drove by it today.
Is
so
there a cart path that kind of dips that they drove over to? Is that
I
on the
don't-
schedule too?
The one going by the communications building?
Yes.
I'm gonna have them look at that while they're there,
Okay.
since they're already so close.
Yeah, cause I have a report that it was the same guys driving the trucks and that did that, so I don't.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll take a look.
Okay, I'm just saying, so, okay. All right, so what you need is you need approval to get well number 1 started up and get ready for testing.
Correct.
And then you need the East Ditch FEMA authorization to bid it.
That's correct. And then, authorization to bid storm sewer phase 2 rehab.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a motion that we approve, for Taylor, for the engineers to get well number 1 ready for startup testing, or ready to start up for testing. Do I have a second?
A second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I'm gonna make a motion that we approve that we authorize them to start the bids for the East Ditch FEMA project. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that we proceed, that we approve the bid process for storm sewer phase 2.
What about the Mosswood? Don't we do that?
That one's not, you guys are,
We don't have to bid it,
you've already authorized us to begin design. We're not at the bidding phase yet for that.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You good?
That's it.
Okay. Do you wanna do the agreement for the water line construction for Cornerstone next?
I think Austin's gonna jump in.
Okay.
Will help me on that one.
Okay.
So we have prepared a draft agreement for the water line construction with the church. We are still working out some of the terms regarding how we want to structure the deposit and the tap. So for the moment, I would ask that you table it until August for final approval. We want to make sure you have a final version of it in front of you before we ask for that.
Okay, all right. Then we will table item number 10. All right, so we've got, what do we got left here? Let's go to the easy one. Use of text broadcasting system for emergency situations. We have not met with anybody from the RPCIA or the flood committee, so I'm gonna table that one also.
Well, you just take it off the table, there's no need, nobody's interested in it.
Well, okay.
Talk to the people in, out in West Texas about emergency response and stuff, about,
Well,
we need work on it or whatever.
Okay. Park maintenance matters. Your
Okay.
turn, Tim.
That's number 8, right?
I'm taking
Okay, couple things for the, park. With all the rain we had, I know the grass was growing really fast and they had machinery breakdown when they were here last time. So, but they did manage to get it done. Second thing is, related to the pond. I've got a bid for pond maintenance where the company will come out every month and take care of all the vegetation in the pond, work on the muck that's on the bottom, keep it as clean as they can, and they'll also maintain the fountain and change the fountain heads as needed, because there's different fountain heads that we've got that'll do different designs and patterns and what have you. So they'll take care of all of that for $350 a month, and I'm not waiting out there for $350.
No,
So,
Before we move ahead, does it look to you like it's lost pressure already? I mean, it seems to me it's not as high as it was.
I haven't really noticed that.
I haven't looked at it that closely.
You think it is?
I think my wife and I think it's lost a little pressure, but.
Okay.
And that's why we get the maintenance.
Well,
That's
they'll
what
certainly clean out the bottom of it if it's a filter issue.
Is there any other issues, or you just want us to vote on that?
No, I'm gonna make a motion, we approve the $350 a month for maintenance, just so we don't have to get out there
I
and do
second
it.
that.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to see us do.
Okay.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are you a nay?
And abstain.
You're
Okay.
abstaining? You have to have a reason for abstaining.
Do.
Yeah, you can't just, you either say no, nay, or you abstain if you have a reason.
I just don't know, I don't know if there's enough information to make a
Okay.
vote.
I have the bid from the guy, and everybody's welcome to take a look at it and see what it includes.
Doesn't matter, pass it anyway.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Okay.
And then the next thing about the pond is, all the vegetation that's around it, the trees and brush and everything, it's hard to see the fountain and the pond when you're coming, with the eastbound, especially eastbound. So, I got a bid, and I haven't even opened it, cause I just got it this afternoon. Drum roll, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we can attest he just got it, cause Mario grabbed it off his windshield.
Okay, $2,600, and that includes hauling away the trees, the trimmings, tree and root cleanup around the pond, removing all the small trees. He's gonna leave that one big tree, he and I talked about that. There's one big tree there, cause we do wanna have some shade. But he's gonna clean up all around there for, $2,600.
He's gonna take that sweet gum.
He's gonna take all those trash trees.
He's gonna take all the trash,
Yeah, I don't want that sweet gum.
okay?
No, I want them all going, so,
Alright,
alright.
so that's where we stand on that.
So I make a motion, we accept.
Wait, so, but the other, proposal that you
He's
sent
just
out,
maintaining the pond.
no, the
Oh.
one for the tree service to deal with the,
Yeah, but have that you sent?
I didn't,
no.
no, Tim sent it.
Who'd you send? You didn't
Oh,
send anything?
we haven't done any more on
Talking
that.
about these.
We haven't done any more on that because there was an issue between when you and I went out with that guy, and then he sent that report to us. I went back out trying to follow his report,
Right.
and there's trees that he listed that aren't there anymore, and there's trees that need to be put down that are not on his report. So it's a conflicting report, and I went back and forth with the guy, and I told him, I said, here's what I think we're gonna do. I said, I think that, either me and you, or me and Julie, or somebody, we need to go out and with a different color paint, mark the trees that absolutely need to be brought down, so that there's no question between different tree companies. Because I had another tree company come out, and he was saying, well, you need to cut that one down too, and that one down too, and that one looks okay, you don't need to cut it down. So, I think we need to clarify. So that as far as the report that got sent out,
Right.
nothing's been done with it.
I'm just saying that whoever's doing these junk trees, put it all into one bid and get rid of the laurel, bay laurels as well. Wouldn't that be more efficient?
Well, it's possible, but I know that it's a half a day or a 1 day job to do the pond and get that taken care of. And it's gonna take a little longer for us to clarify which trees are gonna be needed for the rest.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, so I make a motion, did we already do this? I make a motion that we approve the bid for $2,600 for the cleanup area around the pond. Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right.
Okay?
I
And,
had a question about that, at the pond there, we got that fence where that hole is, that finally somebody fenced it off. What is that coming from?
It's a storm drain.
Storm drain?
Yep. So we'll look into see see how big of an issue it's gonna be. but-
What about the one over on, section 5, on that fairway over there by, River Plantation, between there and Stewart Creek? There's big, you can almost drive a golf cart in some of them.
Yeah. I'll take a look at those.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, section 5, if you need help, I'll show you where they are.
I'll give you a buzz.
It's right there at 5 and 6.
Huh? It's on
6 and
5.
7, between
No,
6 and
it's
7.
on 5, where I'm talking about. It's over there, it's about halfway between, about 100 yards from the green, maybe 150, somewhere in there.
Chris, there's one right there where you, 6 and 7, Biloxi.
Yeah, there might, well,
That is,
we don't have anything to do with Biloxi. We can't work on Biloxi.
well, it's next to the road and it's a big,
Oh,
it's a big
okay, yeah.
storm drain.
I thought you were talking about the.
Not on the course, no, but it's one of them like on, with, A. Charleston was, where they fenced it in. It's basically the same
Well,
type
that's
of
the
hole.
one we're talking about, I think.
But there's no fencing around it, there's no nothing.
Well, we put some stuff around it the other day,
Okay.
if it's the same one.
I don't play
If
Biloxi
not,
much
let me know.
anymore.
If you don't see that orange fence around it, tell me,
Yeah.
okay? But if you want that one on the other, tell me.
Yeah, I'll give you a call.
All right.
All right,
okay,
you got anything else on the?
it's everything for the park that I've got.
Well, I just got a thought for the park. I think with some of the windfall or the stuff that's coming in that's been due, might be a good time for us to consider talking about fixing that cart path. There's several where it's buckled, puts people could trip, they could get hurt, things like that. I think that would be a good use of some, I don't know, it might cost as much as $60,000 or $70,000. I don't know, we have to get a bid. Maybe they could do it. But just fix the parts that are cracked or tree roots sticking them up.
Problem is, every time we have a storm, the trucks, Entergy trucks,
Well,
trucks like that drive over it and
I
break
don't
them
know, well, think
again.
about this, those have been there almost 40, 50 years, and they're not that bad yet. So if we fix them now, it'll probably be okay when I die.
I think most of the breakage is from roots, not from the
A
trees.
lot of it is from roots, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, you guys wanna have a discussion on that or not, or later on, or however.
Or we don't
I think
have
we
no
ought to,
idea.
we ought to table it until we
Yeah.
Yeah.
can fiscally do it.
Okay, number 8, resolution adopting the policy for district audio and video recording of open meetings. Austin?
Yes. We sent around a draft of the proposed video policy in line with our discussion last meeting about the security of the district's finances against cybercrime. I hope everybody's had a chance to review. I had a couple of questions which I answered, and I'm happy to answer any other questions now.
Do you know what day you sent that out? Cause I don't remember, I probably looked at it, but I don't remember.
I can pull it up here.
Oh, I see it, okay, yeah, apparently I looked at it and,
And the essence of the policy is just that while we will record the video audio of the meeting on behalf of the district, it will be kept as records and not posted to YouTube or the website.
Right.
yeah.
So I'd like to consider something else we can discuss is rather than not post it on YouTube, is delay the posting, whether that's a week, a month, or something that gives enough time for bills that are gonna be paid to eliminate the the security issues that I think we're trying to avoid by that. But then it's still available, as a matter of record and easy for someone to get to if they need it.
Except it doesn't eliminate the problem.
Well, I thought the
Because
problem-
if we start talking about we're gonna have a bond issue in 3 months, 6 months, whatever, and you post that, they now know we have the bond, we find out that we have these bids that we just went out for, when we approve the bids next month or 2 months from now, then they're gonna know who got the bids, and they're gonna be getting pay apps 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
I mean, is there a reasonable time that we can put them up there? I mean, the bond issues, those have to be publicly posted anyway, right?
Just the notice in the paper.
Notice, yeah, so they're gonna get to that if they want it. But as far as the videos, it seems like there can be a reasonable time that they eventually get up there, and that way we have a history that's accessible without having to go through a, what do you call it?
Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah.
I think from my perspective, both approaches are perfectly reasonable, one a little more secure than the other, but you're right in that we will have to respond to any PIA requests for the video anyway, and so a delayed posting requirement in the policy could alleviate some potential PIA response concerns, which has a financial implication as well. So I think either approach would be perfectly reasonable.
Well, we've now been discussing this for 4 months, 5 months. Can we just decide on something and get it done?
How about getting it right first and then voting on it?
Why don't you run for the board? We have a board election next May.
Really?
Yeah, we do.
I've been bored, maybe I will.
Okay, there you go. All right, I make a motion that we accept can we vote on this, Austin?
Yes, if you
I make a
If you'd
motion
like
that
to.
we accept the policy, the recording policy in place that was sent out July 7th for the recording and posting of the meetings.
A second.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Nay.
Okay, so we have three yeses and 1 nay. All right.
Thanks.
Can
do
I
we-
ask what you voted on?
Do we have
What's the
any,
policy?
we're no longer going to we're no longer going to post the recordings of the meetings.
Okay, but if somebody wants to do a PIR.
Public
they
information
can
request,
get it.
correct.
Okay, and how is that gonna work?
How is that what?
How's that gonna work?
You do a PIA to the attorneys.
Is it gonna be on the website to make it easily available? Or is
No.
it something you're gonna have to go through
You're-
state records and try to find one?
You will have to go to put in a request, Dee, you should know how to do PIAs, you put in a request to the attorney to have them send
How
you a
about putting
video.
a link on the website
It's the
about
same
getting the
thing.
PIA?
It's
Well,
the
it
same
would make it
thing.
easier for people to do it.
You're not aware of what's
The-
been happening. You're not
If I
aware of what's
may,
been
for the
happening.
members of the public present, the impetus for this policy has been the increased prevalence of cybersecurity fraud, specifically against utility districts around the Houston area. We've seen a significant spike in these incidents, including in at least one case in the area, a loss of over $1 million. By not posting the recordings to the website or online, we protect a lot of the engineering report items such as pay applications and bids, where they tend to target these for fraudulently obtaining those checks and otherwise protecting the district's finances that way. So this is almost entirely about financial security.
Okay, so then we get a link from what do we get from the attorney?
A copy of the recording.
Oh, okay, so it's a what?
They're gonna be recording it, we're not gonna be recording
Right,
it anymore.
okay, no, I got that, okay, so then they will just send that to us within the 10-day or whatever.
Correct.
Okay, is there gonna be a charge on that?
Be the same charge as every other PIA.
What? What is the charge?
Austin, you know the charges?
Do you remember, Davis was coming up with fee schedule?
Yes,
whatever it was?
the fee schedule for a PIA request is typically very low. It'll be something around $15 per hour of labor put into the request.
Okay, $15 an hour per labor when you've got it online?
And
It's
so
not
for
going to be
a
online.
PIA response responding to a request for a video, there will be practically or no charge, so.
Okay, so there'd be no charge for the video.
And we said practically, no charge.
But that's only for if you wanna see the video, but
Correct.
if you're looking for records,
Then it's,
you would have to pay $15 an hour to the attorney
Correct.
to get the records.
correct.
And all that's doing is we're just trying to keep
From us
spending
paying
too much
for
money,
it.
just recouping costs.
Yep.
Which it really doesn't even do,
No, I know.
so.
Okay. All right, any other pending business?
So Austin, Julie said that you'll be doing the recordings then?
Yes. They're gonna record them on Teams. We will not be recording them.
You're welcome to have the meetings recorded however you'd like. The policy is silent to that. We're happy to record on Teams, or Carl, if you want to keep recording in person and
But then Carl's
send
gonna
those.
have to do the PIAs.
No, he can send those to our office for record keeping, and we can do the PIA responses when they come in.
We've been storing those in a Dropbox. Are we still gonna try to keep putting them in a Dropbox?
If that's the way we've been doing it, there's no reason we need to change that.
Yeah, we're doing that through, our website. What am I trying to say? The people that operate
Well, if that's
the
it,
website-
I'll have to check with Stephanie and make sure that's a Dropbox that we have access to, and not just a Dropbox for
Right.
OffSynco. But other than that,
It's one that
that'd be
we have.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, you can certainly get access to it.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's, any other pending business?
Did we cover number 4?
Oh, cyber
Yes.
liability insurance. So I will tell you, I just got back from a conference, actually this afternoon, and I don't know that if we need this, or if we need to suggest that our bookkeepers get this insurance, but there's a policy that they will actually claw back if you do fund transfers, and you do one to a hacker website or whatever, hacker gets they will actually claw back, as long as you report it to them within 24 hours, they will actually claw that money back, and you will get that money back.
I'd be interested in seeing that. I haven't seen that version of an insurance
Yeah.
policy yet. I'll say that the version we've shared with you from TML, your carrier, is one of the smaller policies on the market for modes for cybersecurity. It's we have two versions: the $500,000 aggregate and the $100,000 or $1 million aggregate policy limits. But those aren't the numbers that we're really concerned with, because the sub policy limits for things like social engineering attacks is $25,000 and $50,000, which is a pittance. The premium is lower, but not lower proportionately to the amount you might get with a different policy. That said, with the prevalence of cybersecurity fraud throughout the industry, this is becoming a more industry standard insurance policy to carry, and your bond documents do purport that you will carry industry standard insurance, so that's an argument in favor. Otherwise, it really is just a business judgment decision by the board whether you want to carry this cybersecurity insurance over and above that which your consultants might already carry.
Doesn't seem like a whole lot, right?
No, it's not.
That's-
I know at the conference they were saying that if you have to send out letters to everybody that gets hit, it could cost you around $100,000 just to send out the letters of the notifications
I don't understand. To who?
to the people whose information they got,
Oh, okay.
you know, to your customers, you know.
That's not cool.
So, anyway, so what are we gonna do? Table it?
Should we try to get more information on what you're talking about first?
I'll be more than happy to forward it to you.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I'd love to see it.
Let's table it and get the more information. That makes more sense.
All right, I will forward it to you, tomorrow. Pending business, okay, our next meeting is, do I have a motion to adjourn first of all? And our next meeting is scheduled for August 28th.
Okay.
Nope, we're not gonna talk about 13, Takis?
No, he talked about it in executives. Oh, other than, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was on the agenda. Can't we get any information on this?
It's not finalized yet. We don't have everything signed and everything,
Okay.
so, it's
I
still,
believe we were on
it's
the
still in
agenda.
process.
Were we on the agenda for today?
No,
No?
no. Do
He changed it.
you want to be on the agenda?
Well,
Cause
I
you weren't
thought-
on the agenda, so, and
I thought we were on the agenda though.
Yeah, they were listed on the agenda, but not in the meeting packet.
593.
I have a violation of district rules, but that's just a general one that's on here every month.
I think you might, Julie, that might be the original, agenda. I think there was an amended agenda, if that's the
Yeah, it says
Cutola's
number
talking.
13, our address is
Okay.
not on there.
Pretty sure there was an amended agenda that had their item on there.
Oh, okay, apparently I don't have that one, okay,
That's okay, came out late.
okay. Alright, so, violation for, so what do we need to do? Since we thought it had been disposed of and handled, has it not been disposed
Right.
of and handled?
It was today,
Yeah,
within the time limit that we were given.
correct. Okay,
Yeah, no, that's correct, and I believe the board is gonna be signing their page on the consent agreement tonight, and I think we're done.
okay, sorry about that. I didn't-
Which I'm happy to report about. Yeah, we had to have that on there because we hadn't received anything, and then we received everything today, which we're happy about. And so I think we're good to go.
Okay, cool, y'all happy? Okay, alright,
Anything else?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
okay, do I have a second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.